In this question, we're told that 16 to the power of a fifth multiplied by 2 to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of 3 over 4. And now we need to work out the exact value of x. So before we begin to answer this question, we need to be familiar with two important index laws. The first one is the multiplication law. And so we can say that a to the power of x multiplied by a to the power of y is the same as writing a to the power of x plus y. And now the next index law that we need to know about is that a to the power of x all to the power of y is equal to a to the power of x multiplied by y. Now that we've familiarised ourselves with these two laws, we can begin to work out the question. So we have 16 to the power of 1 over 5 multiplied by 2 to the power of x is equal to 8 to the power of 3 over 4. But now we need to make sure that these are all in the same base. We can see that a common base for all of these numbers would be 2. We can write 16 as 2 to the power of 4 and 8 as 2 to the power of 3. And so let's do just that. We said that 16 is equal to 2 to the power of 4. And since we have 16 to the power of 1 over 5, we can say 2 to the power of 4 all to the power of 1 over 5 is the same as saying 16 to the power of 1 over 5. And so to continue, we have multiplied by 2 to the power of x, and then equals, we said 8 is the same as saying 2 to the power of 3. So we can say that 8 to the power of 3 over 4 is the same as 2 to the power of 3, all to the power of 3 over 4. And now let's use our index laws to simplify this. Looking at the second law, we can say that 2 to the power of 4, all to the power of 1 over 5, is the same as 2 to the power of 4 multiplied by 1 over 5, which is the same as saying 4 over 5. We can leave 2 over x as it is for now, and then 2 to the power of 3, all to the power of 3 over 4, is the same as saying 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 3 over 4, and so we end up with 2 to the power of 9 over 4. Now that we have the same base, we can look at the first law, where we said a to the power of x multiplied by a to the power of y is equal to a to the power of x plus y. So in our example, a is equal to 2, and we can say that 4 over 5 plus x equals 9 over 4. And now it's become a lot simpler to solve for x. We can say that x is equal to 9 over 4, take away 4 over 5, which is equal to 29 over 20, which can be written as 1.45. And so now we've found the answer that x is equal to 1.45. This question is worth 3 marks, so let's take a look at where these marks are allocated. The first mark will be for converting 16 and 8 into bases of 2. So we said that 16 is equivalent to 2 to the power of 4, and 8 is equivalent to 2 to the power of 3, and that will give us that first mark. Now that second mark is for using index laws to form an equation, which we did where we have 4 over 5 plus x equals 9 over 4, and that will get us that second mark. And finally, that third and final mark is for getting the correct answer of x is equal to 1.45, allowing us to get full marks for this question.